suddenly bringing it. How it is going to, in a market economy, how you can operate it, how you can invoke it. Ultimately, then the number of people who can be put inside the jail for no reason. Somebody must have paid excess, somebody would not have, because of the ignorance of law, they could not abide by that. And GST's anti-profiteering penal provision is far too vague and draconian. And it could discourage companies from making efficiency improvements in supply chains as they are required to pass on the entire benefit to consumers. Chief Economic Advisor of our own government has made impatient plea to bring real estate under the GST net, linking it to the war against black money, the very important measure like the real estate, which is supposed to, that is supposed to be the area which brings in generates a lot of black money, and you are just ignored it. You are not included in this. Whether any lobbies have played the game, yes, or innocently you could not do it, or you may be thinking of some other strategy. That's a different matter. But in the absence of a clear understanding how this provision will be implemented, proposal appears to be intrusive, that goes against the objects of ease of doing business. This will be ultimately anti-profiteering provision, will be draconian in nature. Policy should be also GST implementation policy is meant to be a self-policing act. But the present provision of the harsh scrutiny is not substantially different from the present system. Interstate movement of goods. Again, there is substantial increase in the administrative and documentation. This will increase red tapeism. This will be an impediment in business operations. And GST law states that the government may require a person transporting any consignment of goods of value exceeding a specified amount to carry with him such documents as they may prescribe in this behalf, that a tax officer can intercept the vehicle at any point, any time. Yeah. What is the difference? Can create a lot of this, creates a barrier with the fundamental goals of GST. It goes against the heart, soul of the GST. This is again a very important matter where we require the intervention of the finance minister. The documents prescribed for interstate government of goods may be invoice generated by vendors, or interception should be an exception basis rather than a routine matter of check. And it will ultimately, this provision will also turn out to be retrograde. Entry tax is not clear with respect to the merger of these taxes with the GST. As far as the tax rates are concerned, of course you have already come out, but high rates will be damaging for the industry as well as the consumers. The government must resist from pursuing too many goods or services under the 18% bracket. There are too many rates. One nation, one tax. Yeah. This is what everybody is made to understand. Yes. It's only a myth. It's only a myth which is exploded by their own provisions, even at this stage. There are too many rates, virtually 7, yeah, including exemption, lower rate on bullion, cesses, surcharges, etc. This itself will defeat the objective of GST. That's why I say that what you have brought today, I cannot call it, or nobody can call it a game changer. It is only a one baby step forward. I don't give more credit than a small baby step forward. Not a great reform which will make a game change in this country as it is intended by rhetoric which followed with the GST provisions. Regarding the cesses, we also don't know the fate of various cesses, surcharges, additional excise duty. As this is cess, surcharge, many of these segments are the real factors to distort the taxation structure. We need a clarification. Current rate structure assessed has been proposed on luxury and sin goods over and above the higher rate, GST rate of 28%. In fact, we'll have to settle this. Once for all, there should have been some prohibition, strict prohibition to ensure that no cess, surcharge, additional excise duty will be imposed henceforth. This should have been the real intent. It should have been the genuine and legitimate intent. But I think at least yes, this will have to be done. Taxation of self-supplies proposes all interstate movement of goods, services between two divisions of the same legal entity will be subject to tax. It will lead to significant compliance difficulties in so far as these provisions are concerned.